This week has been pretty busy for us. Had to get hay. Boy, my hair's looking really, I don't know, guys. Sorry. But not only was it busy, it was eventful. I was milking the cow the other morning, and Rachel walked up to me and said, "Mom, I heard a lamb in the forest." So I went and looked, and Apricot has a baby. And Apricot is one of our sheep, if you remember from spring. She was the first one to lamb. She had 3 lambs. She rejected 2 of them. We bottle fed them. I said, "I'm in the middle of milking a cow. Can you go get Megan?" Wow, my hair. Seriously, you guys, I don't know what to do. Anyway, yeah, there were 2 lambs. This sheep can only count to 1, apparently. So she's rejected one of them. Now he was caught under a pallet or something, so maybe that's why. But anyway, we have a bottle baby again, and so I'm trying to get all these. The sheep are getting really good at like getting out of the fence, so we like have all these contraptions to try to keep them in. But let me show you our new addition. So this is Apricot. Behind her is the black ewe that we got this spring named Harriet. She's really skittish, so we're kind of keeping her in so that, because we're coming in and out a lot to feed the baby, just to get her used to people. See, she just really doesn't like people. Neither of these 2 do. Everybody else is really friendly. These 2 ewes are not. Okay, so Apricot here on the left had this little baby. We call him Date. He is super cute, all completely dark, which I love, which Hamish, our male, is that color for the most part. It lightens up in the summer. Now, the reason you only see 1 baby is that's the baby she's nursing. The other baby, which she has rejected, is licking my feet. He wants this, look, he wants this bottle so bad. Look at him. That's the wrong end, buddy. Okay, come here. Look at that little tail go. I love it. Come on, you gotta come over here where it is. Okay. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. So we call him, well, first we were calling him Banana because he actually seems to have a little bent spine. But then since we named the other one Date, Emma came up with that we should name this one Cantaloupe because you can go on a date, but you can't elope. So she thought that was quite clever. And mostly we just have themed names here. Apricot is the mom, so all these are little fruit babies. Okay, this is something else I haven't really showed. So this Mama Muscovy duck was sitting on eggs earlier this spring, and she sat on them. So Muscovies go for like 35 days, and she sat on them for 45, and then we took them away. And just a couple weeks ago, she started sitting on some again, and they just, I candled one, and it just, there was nothing in it. I don't know if the males aren't doing their job or what, because we have 2 males and 1 female, so you'd think that they would be fertile eggs, but I guess maybe they just aren't, or maybe they just aren't growing, maybe because she keeps laying them under a tarp and it gets too hot. I don't really know. So a lady on Facebook nearby had some Muscovy ducklings. So I got some. We've lost a couple. I got 10, but we've lost a couple. So we have 7 left now. And they're so cute. Hi, Mama. Hi, babies. She's doing a great job taking care of them. I just shoved them under her, and she totally started taking care of them. And I just kind of pulled the eggs out. And she is now very protective. She's actually attacked a cow who walked by her babies and tried to sniff one. And then Emma tried to pick one up, and she like climbed her back and was biting her hair and stuff. So she's very protective of her babies.
Well, we unintentionally captured a porcupine. It got tangled in our electro netting. We've been hearing noises out here, and then I thought I saw a porcupine in the dark one day. It was twisted about 30 times around in this net, and we very carefully extracted it because they are very pokey. So now I'm going to attempt to pick it up and put it in this bag.
Get it right.
Ha!
Stop.
Did I scare you again?
Yeah.
He's like holding my hand with his little claws. Oh man, it's really heavy. Who wants to hold this bag?
Me.
Maybe, I didn't know they were so heavy.
He ate all of our compost.
Porcupines are 75% water.
Yeah, go as low as you
Poke
can.
me. It's really big. Oh, it's gonna poke me.
Hi, little guy. Probably a girl.
I think it was a boy.
Think a boy?
I think so.
Look at all the clips. I know that's just grass. Look at this one. Look at your thousand. Look at the hill.
What you working on?
We are pickling beets. So I am peeling beets.
Sorry.
I am peeling the beets, and Megan's going to chop them, and then we're going to pickle them. And we really like, it's our favorite way to eat beets, especially in the wintertime. They're so good.
You think we'll get to the other pickles today?
Well, I did buy 20 pounds of cucumbers, and so I do need to make regular pickles. We'll see how far this gets us, but we can always start chopping those pickles or those cucumbers once we get these in the canner.
Yeah.
They're all just water baths, so it doesn't taste that long. So.
As long as you have some nice music, people will watch you cut beets for several minutes. We forgot to record this whole entire process.
Yeah, we're really good at YouTube. So, forgot to record all these beautiful beets going in and out of the canner. Forgot to record the first batch of pickles going in and out of the canner. But this is the second batch of pickles going into the canner. I do have more beets. If you'll hold on, I will get you some. Hey, looks like everyone's hard at work in here.
Hardly working.
I don't think that's true.
So one of the things we did to make a huge difference this winter is we divided the barn in half, and we took the side with the stove on the workshop side. And we basically surrounded half of it with this plastic. I don't know if I talked about it yet, but
I don't think so.
basically we had this plastic left over from our greenhouse. So we divided the barn in half, and we put a sort of a drop-down ceiling there. So the main thing was we want to work in here without making a huge amount of dust, because the other half of the barn is still going to hold the trailer over the winter.
Yeah.
And so we didn't want sawdust everywhere. So that's really working, because we got
It's
a
working,
big
yeah.
mess in here. And over there, it's actually a pretty nice living area
Yeah,
for now. And then that'll be where the trailer goes in a few months.
cool. Tell me about your cool rack system here.
Yeah, so previously we had all these things, well, for one thing, they were stored outside. And they were stacked on top of each other, so if you needed the timber out of the bottom, you had to move everything, including a tarp and snow, to get to one timber. We moved the timbers around a lot, so we instead were working inside, and we set up these two racks, one here and one over here, to just hold all our timbers upright. And so we can see them, we can access them kind of in random order. And they're dry and out of the weather, so I mean it's made such a huge difference. So I love it. I'm pumped about it.
So this is our side that will hold our camper, and we built some new shelves for our food storage, which used to be on the other side when Megan and Josiah's camper was there. And we just have our little living room, but really we're trying to create a space in which we can live a little more comfortably, have things a little accessible, and a little cleaner maybe. Not sure it can really be cleaner. We live in dirt here, but it won't have sawdust on it. And we didn't really do garden harvest, or we haven't done much video on garden harvest, but Megan got a bunch of potatoes, and then we got a bunch of onions out of her garden too. Let me see if I can turn around. That's a pretty good harvest. We're drying them out on this rack. And then those are the potatoes that we got. Really cool. Also, we had some friends who had this broken propane fridge. They had this broken propane fridge. So they kind of gave it to us. They wanted to sell it to us, but they're like, it doesn't work, so we'll give it to you, and then if we can get it working, we'll give them some money for it. We're hoping to have that hooked up and put in there, just to give me more fridge space. Like, I've wanted a fridge for a long time. Camper fridges are not great, but it just will give me more space. Especially, I've been making cheese a lot, so I need some spaces for cheese. I actually, let me see if I can show it. So I don't know if we mentioned before, but I'll turn the camera around and show you this. Well, I'll show you this. We pulled the other camper out. I think we showed that. But Gabe's been remodeling one part of it for his bedroom. And then the other part we will put food storage in. But I've been using the fridge in here for my cheese cave. So he's built a desk. That looks like a pretty big desk for a small space. He's gonna put a bed in right there over the, there's supposed to be a water tank in there too. Man, he did such a good job on that floor. And then, so he painted it. The ceiling had some damage, you can see up there. And this wall had water damage. So, I won't go all the way in because I have shoes on, but, so he redid all that. It was excellent. Also, we have one lone turkey left. A bunch of them died in a rainstorm. They just all sat in a puddle back in like June. And that was really sad. And we had two that had survived till now. One of them got stepped on by a cow and had a broken toe. And last night he disappeared. And so we have one left, and I don't think it's gonna be big enough to eat this year. So this side of the camper has been kids' toys and kind of anything out of that back bedroom that was thrown in here. But mostly it's kid toys, Legos, and some office stuff. We have, like, Brennan will put his printer in here, or the 3D printer. We have games. You know, we keep games in the upper shelf. And then we've had food storage in here for a long time. So we keep things in the upper cupboards, like canned goods and stuff, but I need to clean it out. And I've been thinking about remodeling this side a little bit. You know, we didn't really spend any money on Gabe's side. We bought some paint. That was about it. We have the materials to do the roof because the roof leaks, so that's why we're redoing it. It hasn't rained yet, so I'm hoping we'll get that in really quick. But this fridge, really gross. Hasn't really been cleaned out, but it is cold. It's actually not on right now, but it's cool enough at night that it's keeping it cold in here. And so I've been keeping my cheeses in here. I really want to get that all cleaned out so that I can use it as a proper cheese cave. Well, anyway, so I was talking about maybe remodeling this. Like, so I was thinking of taking out like this whole corner cabinet and stove area and like putting a bench all the way across it and putting a table here. And we could use it as a dining room. The kids can still have their toys over here. And I've also considered if we take this bench out and like that corner cabinet, I could potentially even put in like my couch and chairs, furniture that's in the barn that's been there for 2 years, and actually have an indoor place like for a sitting room. And I would love to sew, and I would love to do some spinning on my spinning wheel and have an indoor place to do that. And my other camper is not really made for that. We'll see how that plays out, but I was thinking of kind of cleaning this place out and repurposing it, I guess, is not really remodeling, but repurposing and moving some stuff around. So I'll let you know if I get to that in the next few weeks. Right now I need to edit some video, so that's where we're going.